How does Gothic horror influence haunted house films? Imagine walking into a house where every shadow seems to whisper secrets from the past. That's the power of Gothic horror shaping haunted house movies in ways you might not even notice. Gothic horror started in the 18th and 19th centuries with stories full of dark castles, tragic secrets, and supernatural mysteries. It's all about creating a mood of dread, with haunted mansions, ghosts, and decaying buildings that seem alive with history. These stories often focus on themes like grief, isolation, and the dark side of human nature. When filmmakers make haunted house films, they borrow heavily from these Gothic roots. The house itself becomes more than just a setting. It turns into a character with its own personality. The architecture, the layout, even the history of the house all add to the feeling that something is wrong. This is what we call the house with personality trope. It's not just a spooky place. It's an active part of the story that influences what happens. Gothic horror's emphasis on atmosphere is key. Directors use lighting and shadows to make the house feel ominous even before anything scary happens. Long hallways, creaky floors, hidden rooms, and old furniture all signal that danger lurks nearby. Weather also plays a role, with storms and fog adding to the spooky vibe. These elements help build suspense and keep viewers on edge. Themes from Gothic horror also show up in haunted house movies. Many stories focus on unresolved grief or past tragedies that come back to haunt the characters. Ghosts in these films often symbolize buried emotions or family secrets. Characters are usually isolated, cut off from help, and left to face their fears alone, just like in Gothic tales. This sense of loneliness and inescapable doom adds to the feeling of dread. Filmmakers use Gothic techniques like slow reveals and unreliable narrators to keep audiences guessing. Sounds like whispering voices, sudden silences, or echoing footsteps make the house feel alive and unsettling. Even modern haunted house films keep these Gothic influences alive by updating themes but sticking to the core idea that the house is a living, breathing part of the story. So, Gothic horror influences haunted house films by shaping their visual style, themes, and storytelling methods. The haunted house isn't just a scary place. It's a Gothic space filled with secrets, past traumas, and characters who must confront their deepest fears. This connection keeps the haunted house trope fresh and powerful, even as horror movies continue to evolve.